joined right now by one parent, Lizette Rosenblatt, a mother whose daughter was thankfully able to escape from the school unharmed. Lizette, first of all,
today, something we're about to experience.
What up? Welcome to episode 73 of my premium podcast experience, The Verdict Podcast. I'm your host, Splash Jordan. Join with me today. Who do we got?
Of course, Noah Neek.
Oh, Millie Rule, everybody already know.
So here we are. We're on the last leg of our guest studio tour. As I'm calling it. Right, we're on the last leg of this tour, right? Where, we're doing the facilities of Raleigh a favor by kind of coming around, testing out the acoustics in those rooms and trying to see if, it'd be comfortable or not, setting up, sound equipment and, conducting podcast like things, right? I don't have any updates, not me personally, regarding anything personal. And what about y'all? Y'all got any updates?
Nah, I just want to shout out to the team, Black Rose, Smiles, Burgundy B.
Word.
Treetop, 239.
I did have the pleasure, Black Dollar. I went to it was like a networking opportunity. This was last weekend, right? And so I met a team of individuals who are very much interested in doing, or who are very much interested in what we're doing at our facility. So they'll be coming through. They've already registered House of Splash in their registrar of, it's basically a Rolodex of black businesses. So if you need X, Y, and Z, you can go to this website, blackdollar.ninja. And then you can find all these various black businesses that you can support, right? Just like tonight, I just left from another, like these places, they have these, media days and there are these media mixers or whatever, right? And it's a great way to kind of like, pacify certain people's ego, by being, included on an invite only. But then when you get there, you're just like, man, these niggas is regular. These niggas is regular just like me. Shit. All these niggas is up in here regular, can't do nothing for you. But, it's still cool to go out and introduce yourself or whatever. So, kind of come from out of those shadows. So one thing I do want to discuss, though. Oh, you know what? I think we did discuss this in that section that got cut off of that one episode about how there was some beef from the last live podcast that we did and how there's some issues with certain members and how they won't be joining us for Sight to See Take Two. So apparently there's, someone who feels some type of way. And so I don't want to use the word, rat or mole. We'll just refer to this person as a traitor, right? So they feel some type of way, and we're really just trying to get to the bottom of who it is. So September 16th, Living Arts Collective, Durham, North Carolina. That's what we're going to be doing. Amongst other things, the performers, we're also going to play Murder Mystery. Have y'all seen that movie on Netflix yet? Murder Mystery? Mm-mm. That's what it's called. I have no clue what it's about. I'm going to just take I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark and say that it's somebody's been murdered and they're trying to figure out who done it. So, those are just the things that happen. Like once I put my ideas out into the universe, I know y'all seeing it, man. Once I put my ideas out into the universe, now here comes Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. Now they want to do Murder Mystery and shit like that. Like, goddamn. Like, really though. Shit, man. Smoke your own weed and vibe in your own house. Be broke for a little bit and come up with your own ideas, man. Like, I'm hungry over here, bro. Like, niggas really be swooping down on me. So, a Traitor Among Us will be revealed. A Sight to See Take Two, September 16th. Living Arts Collective, Durham, North Carolina, right? Oh, the super trailer is coming. The super trailer is probably going to come, over the weekend. At least some portion, some snippet of it. But I'm kind of excited just looking at it. So the super trailer is almost ready, for the most part. So it's coming soon. So that'll be out, as well as the flyer. And those two things kind of reignited my excitement for the event, even though it's still so long away. Right. So, damn, I remember last time I kind of, delegated who should kind of deep dive into what, and I forgot to do that this time. So did either one of you have anything on that list that I sent you that really stood out to you, or y'all just want to go through it?
I mean, when we talked about the
Illinois legalizing marijuana, so they're 11th state now to legalize recreational marijuana, and I believe that you can carry and purchase up to 30 grams, which is a lot.
Yeah, I know in Cali, I mean, it's up to an ounce.
Right. So, yeah, you can have, even more than that. Well, I thought in Cali you could buy 2 ounces.
Oh, matter of fact, I'm friend. Never been to Cali. And Colorado, it's up to an ounce.
It's up to an ounce. Okay. You never been to Cali?
No. When I went to Vegas, we were supposed to go, but
it's a stone's throw away from Vegas. I've been out there, man. It's it's hard to leave. It ain't that hard to leave because it'll hit them pockets hard.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna spend all my money. I already know where I'm going.
When I did go out there, I literally left with $0.00. I mean, to my last penny to leave. A weird scenario. Talk about stories that won't just die, right? So come to find out that for decades now, literal decades, China has been killing prisoners and harvesting their organs. That's like a thing. Apparently, it's like an epidemic in China. Prisoners are coming up missing, and their organs are being harvested.
Yo, Zone's got you on his organ harvesting.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, man. You know that our devices are listening to us, so we had that conversation, and now it's like every day I wake up, fucking organ harvesting is on my timeline.
Yo, where's Zones at, yo? We gotta give him some credit for having Splash on the organ harvesting.
I'm still not buying it. But no. I'm coming around. Apparently, there's an epidemic. There's a whole task force dedicated to various prison organizations in China where they're trying to see, what's going on, how y'all getting these niggas organs, and can we get some of the organs?
But the crazy part about it is when you go get your ID. Remember, you used to have a little heart on your shit. They ask you, yo, if you die,
you an organ donor or whatever?
Yeah, that's with your consent. So just imagine, because they do so much shit without our consent.
Right.
Just imagine, because when they scan your ID, it's supposed to have your consent. Like when you go to the gas station to purchase something, they yo, let me see your ID. Then they scan it. Yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
They're supposed to ask for your consent before they scan that.
Unfortunately, little do they know my ID is expired, so scanning it doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. They end up having to just type in the birth date. So
they gonna look at your shit like, nah, I ain't telling you nothing. This shit expired.
Right. My shit's 2 years old, expired too. They be looking at me like, your shit expired. I be like, what? For real? Oh man, I'm just so busy, man. I got to go to the DMV, but let me
high pitched. You lying,
right? Yeah, but let me get what I'm saying, a couple of blacks and them smokes, man, and these drinks too. So China's organ harvesting, and it's possible that but it's so many billions of motherfuckers in China. It's I thought y'all was trying to get rid of some people.
Oh no, they would send them to the DR.
I thought they was done dying in the DR.
No, another nigga just died recently.
It was 3 people. No, 2.
I had my homegirl actually, and you know what? My homegirl is in the DR right now. She posting pics on Snap and stuff or whatever. And I hit her. I was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Flirting with death.
I'm like, yo, what are you doing? She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, have you not? She's the type that not watch the news. Were you here when were you here when Bricks came on the show?
Who?
When Bricks was on here, you were here, right? Yeah. So Bricks is in the DR, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing in the DR? And she didn't know that this was going on. I'm like, don't drink anything else.
Delta's letting people change their flights because of what's going on in the DR right now. How did she not know? When did she leave? Like, what happened?
I think she's been there like 2 days, 3 days.
Tell her don't drink the water.
Don't drink anything.
Don't eat anything. How long is she supposed to be there?
Who knows? But I'm like, yo, don't eat or drink nothing else for as long as you there. Don't do nothing else. Like, just
stay in your room.
Stay in your room.
Stay in the corner.
And don't die. Like, chill. Like, she tripping, right? So, what else do I got on here? I got a new segment. I think that we flirted with this segment before, but I think it should really come back for the same reason almost. And it's a segment where we judge whether or not a person's internet should be taken away.
Like, take the whole phone away?
Yeah, like,
the internet away?
Yeah, like, they don't need internet anymore. I think that...
No Wi-Fi.
I think that in this climate, this social media climate, what's missing is an organization that can hand out sentences. Like, yo, you suspended from the internet. Like, just how people go to jail. You should be like, yo, you suspended from the internet for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? You on probation. You got to send all your tweets and all your posts through a third party, and they will, deem if you allowed to post that or not. So, and I know that. So, I don't know if y'all have seen Aisha Curry's recent, her most recent statements. Have y'all seen? I know we had a good talk about the last time when she was like she didn't feel she wasn't getting attention from random niggas, right?
Yeah, I'm a random nigga. I don't pay her no mind.
Do you think that she's attractive?
I mean, she's cute, but I pay her no mind. You are not going to walk in my bedroom at no point in my life and see her poster. I mean, she's cute. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, she doesn't have that type of... she's not getting that type of attention, like...
Because she's not... First of all, because she's not putting herself out there like that.
Yeah, the provocative shit. That's what she needs. Sex sells in America. Like, if you really want people to talk about you, you kind of got to follow the suit.
And my thing was, why not just go do Playboy? Why not just go do Maxim? Why not just go do any one of these publications where you can, appropriately display your body and tastefully do it?
Well, she's too known for being tasteful. She needs to do like a accidental nip slip. Just something like, oh shit, like we didn't expect it, but nah. That's how she got to do it because they know her for being so clean. Now I got to be a little dirty just to get their attention. Now I got your attention. Now you need a master plan.
Well, I think her plan, her rollout might be these nude pictures she got on Steph's phone. Now, how do I know that she got nude pictures on Steph's phone? Why do I know that?
Yeah, what you doing in Steph's phone?
Yeah? Well, yeah, because I'm in Steph's phone. Why do I know that Steph Curry has nude pictures of her on his phone? Why do I know that information? Well,
you sat courtside and watched Toronto win.
Well, I know that because Aisha Curry recently stated that she was nervous that nude pictures of herself would get leaked because her husband, who was completely careless and doesn't lock his phone, he probably has several hundred of those pictures of her on his phone. And that's an omission that she made herself. She thought it was necessary to tell the world that her husband does not, he's just so careless. He's just a millionaire or whatever. So a lock on his phone is probably the last thing on his mind. And, obviously him and his wife are engaging in whatever adults do. But now, I don't need specifics and details. So, what I'm thinking is that it's time for Aisha to hand in her devices.
Well, yeah, because that was a major reach. Like, come on, Steph got that much money. He's a celebrity. Like, I'm a regular nigga. I keep my shit locked. For what? I don't even know. But it's just a habit. If I lose it, I don't want other people to have access to my phone.
Of course not. I mean, that's why a regular person would lock their phone. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, what are you really trying to tell us by telling us that there's nude pictures of you?
She really don't want to leak them. Like, damn, I know I need to, but I don't want to. So I'm going to look, they're there.
It's like a setup. Like she's wanting somebody to steal the phone.
Exactly.
And leak
She
the
wants somebody to
pictures.
hack his phone. She know how the hackers get down. So let me ask you this though, Nick. Is there a possibility that are there new pictures of you floating around on the internet?
There's definitely nude pictures of me floating around on the internet.
Are you nervous that those pictures will be revealed?
No, because they can be bought.
The new pictures can be bought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to give the link, or is that something that you're into?
They can go find them.
Okay, all right. So,
Cash at me. I got the link, yo.
what if so damn, I forgot my question. All right, so there's no pictures of you, but you don't care if they get leaked.
No, I mean if I'm there.
Oh no, I remember my question. So, how would you feel if somebody revenge leaked them though? Like somebody you was dealing with was like, "Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post these pictures online." Would that hurt your feelings? Like, how would that make you? What would be your response?
If it's like a private video or picture I've sent to somebody and it gets leaked, I'm gonna probably feel a lot different than a picture that I know is being leaked on the internet. So yeah, I'd feel some type of way if my pussy pic was on the internet. Like, yeah, here's no Anique. Oh hell no! Like I don't need to be seen like that. So yeah, I'd feel some type of way for sure.
Okay.
That's like publicity though. If they see your box,
I mean, it is.
I don't want that type of publicity. It's okay.
But there's new pictures that can be bought.
But it ain't my box. It's not the box, okay? It's not a vagina. It's a classy nude pic that's on the front of a magazine. Not like, hey, like, we're going to stop the conversation right here, okay? Like, hell no. Y'all are trying to take me down like a rabbit hole. Let me get the fuck back out.
I'm just asking.
Hell no.
I'm just asking a question, right?
yo, Splash, what's hot box?
So, anyway, right. So Aisha Curry definitely needs some time out from the internet, I think. And it's not just her. There's a lot of people who need a timeout. So we're gonna start sentencing people to, they need to just block themselves from the internet for a little bit. Take a sabbatical. Take some time to R&R and really be off the internet. So after hers, then we're gonna go for Bow Wow next. Between now and then, I'm sure there's gonna be a reason for him to come off the internet. But for right now, I think that we need Aisha Curry to I'm sentencing her to about 2.5 news cycles to no internet. You know what I'm saying? She just needs to. I really am getting a little tired of her. Right? So, and this is, everybody's been talking about this basically all day. Did you just spill that on you?
No.
Okay. So
I'm still trying to find these nudes though.
Jesus Christ. Like, why do we have I need her to just sit the fuck down because she just got me whole lot in some shit.
Yo, off air. Let me get the link though.
I ain't got time for you.
So
Like, what the fuck?
This Alabama woman, right, who was indicted for the death of her unborn child after being shot in the stomach. So this was a victim or not situation if I ever seen it. So this is an Alabama woman who was pregnant, and she was involved in an altercation that included violence, and there was another individual who pulled a firearm and fired and killed the unborn child still living inside this woman's belly. So, but this woman, I don't remember her name. I don't even recall her name, but she was charged with manslaughter of the baby that was in her stomach. Where do y'all fall on that? Do y'all think do you think that's too harsh, or is that appropriate?
I think it's appropriate. She shouldn't have been fighting in the first damn place. Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, did you not expect something bad to happen? Or you just thought you had it in the bag?
Millie, where you at? Is this woman a victim? Is that sentencing too harsh for her, or did she get what she deserves?
I mean, I imagine she got beat up, then got shot, and your unborn baby is dead. That sound like enough punishment in itself. But you know, I'm pretty sure she was black, so you know, let's make the punishment a little more harsh.
She is black.
Yeah, so to be expected. You know how they do us.
And the punishment is very harsh. I need a pop filter. She is black and the punishment is very harsh. However, I'm inclined to side with No Anik on this one because, you know, you're pregnant and you're instigating fights and initiating fights. And so, okay, hold on now. Did you just send Millie the link? Is that what I just saw?
No.
I'm joking. So, yeah, I agree. Like, I think, like, what are you doing with your life? Like, sit down, you know, stop acting inappropriately, stop, you know, behaving like a busted baby and a ratchet. Like, I mean, I think that especially these types of people, like, I'm going to show you a picture of how this person looks.
I've already seen the ignorance.
I'm not stereotyping her, but she looks like the type of person who would think that nobody's going to do anything to me because I'm pregnant. That's how she looks. This mugshot even looks like she's saying to me, nobody's going to do anything to me because I'm pregnant. Except pull out on me and I'm going to get blasted in the stomach.
Well, my thing is like, okay, the baby's dead. What happened to her?
She survived and she's going to jail. But it's because she put the baby's life in risk. Like, none of this wouldn't have happened had you not initiated a fight. Had you not gone, you know, out of your way to, you know, instigate this, you put yourself and your child in harm's way. And now, as a result, the baby's dead. So a lot of people are up in arms saying like, oh, it's not fair. But I think this person's right where they need to be. Like, if a baby, you know, if you're pregnant and you drink and you smoke and the baby comes out with like deformities, you know, they get like child protective services involved. You know, certain people come in and, you know, investigate like, oh, what's going on? Like, you know, that's neglect. So why would this be any different, right?
I would say this is way more severe than just smoking and drinking.
It's definitely way more severe than that. But I mean, the ramification, especially because when you smoke and you drink and you're pregnant, it takes a while for people to know that that's what the problem is, right? So, I'm not super interested in that story anyway. So we'll take a short break. And then, you know, when I come back, we'll do these 2 truths and a con. And then we'll do roll call. And then boom, boom, bong, and then bong, boom.
Hey everybody, I really do hope you love the Verdict podcast. Did you know that you can actually get paid just for listening to this podcast? I know it sounds insane, but it's true. We just discovered a free new app called Podcoin, and it literally pays you to listen to podcasts. Here's how it works. You listen to podcasts and you earn Podcoin while you listen. Then you turn the Podcoin in for your gift cards at places like Amazon or Starbucks. Okay, take two. Hold on. Hey everybody, I really do hope you love... Hey everybody, I really do hope you love the Verdict podcast. Did you know that you can actually get paid just for listening to this podcast? I know, it sounds insane, but it's true. We just discovered this free new app called Podcoin, and it literally pays you to listen to podcasts. Here's how it works. You listen to podcasts and you earn Podcoin while you listen. Then you turn that Podcoin in for gift cards at places like Amazon or Starbucks, and you could even donate that Podcoin to charity. The more you listen, the more you earn. So here's what you do. Download the app right now on your iPhone or Android, and I'll have a special code for you. Simply use our code Verdict Podcast, and you'll get 300 Podcoin just for signing up. And if you listen to enough of us on here, you can get cappuccino at Starbucks or an Amazon gift card on us. So go ahead and go listen to the podcast or virtually any podcast on Podcoin and sign up with our code Verdict Podcast. I swear it'll change the way you listen to podcasts.
Oh man. Okay. So, all right, we're back. Now before we do roll call, right? I got a couple of updates too for the roll call. So before we do roll call, did either one of you know that Kim Kardashian was doing a new shapewear line?
Last I heard about Kim was that she was trying to be a lawyer or something.
Okay, all right. Well, she's got this shapewear line. You know, shapewear is like stuff that, you know, people wear to kind of like, you know, shape their body. So she's calling it kimono, and there was a lot of backlash because, and this really kind of caught me off guard because, you know, when the last time you seen Asian Americans complaining or Asians complaining? You know what I'm saying? You don't see Asian people getting offended. Like they're someplace, you know, getting money or doing whatever they're doing. They're just someplace doing it. So you don't ever see them getting offended. So she named this line kimono, and there was a lot of backlash because people felt like that was cultural appropriation. And I'm just like, yo, I think that at a point we're now culturally appropriating the word cultural appropriation. It's just like anything a nigga do. Oh, you got on, what's that, a romper? Oh, you're fucking appropriating, you know, Egyptians or some shit or whoever the fuck wore it first. I'm like, is that a thing now? Like, I don't know. It's just every day I wake up, it's just like more stupidity. And it's like, you know, I'm like, do people not understand how patents and trademarks work? Like, I mean, is it so neither one of y'all saw that where Kim Kardashian was getting beat up online for that, right?
Not yet.
All right, so she was getting beat up online, but I don't think anybody really gives a fuck. But some Asian influencers took it upon themselves to speak up, say how they felt offended because she had the nerve to call something else. Yada, 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 right? So that's not super important either. Now we can move on to this roll call, though. So before I tell you who went to jail, and not many people went to jail.
We're doing better.
Right.
Okay.
There is an update for JT of the City Girls. I know a lot of y'all were wondering and waiting for when she was coming home. Well, the wait's almost over. Wait no more.
Shit.
JT's getting released in 90 days or less. Could be home in 90 days or less. So JT of the City Girls is coming home. I know all the Busted Babies and Little Ratchets are eagerly awaiting. I don't know which one is JT and which one is the other girl. I just know JT went to jail and there's another girl. But as far as I could tell, now there was a couple of randos that went to jail, but most notably was YG. He went to jail for resisting arrest or, you know, public intoxication or some bullshit. But he posted bail super fast. He got in, he got out, and it wasn't a major deal. So shout out to everybody else for having some sense, having some decency. I did hear that OJ's on Twitter. I heard that he's on Twitter and being active. You can holler at him. You can go hit the juice.
I'm so glad I'm not on Twitter.
He kind of goes down on Twitter sometimes.
That's all right. I don't need to be where it goes down.
Wow, like the heat is kind of...
It is sweltering.
It's getting a little warm.
My upper lip is
right. It's getting a little warm, right?
Sheesh. Okay,
so in the interest of all of our BOs, well, did y'all have anything else? If not, we could do these two truths and a con.
Let's get it.
Is it that red leaf?
Red Hook.
Oh, Red Hook, yeah, that's a leaf hook.
Two truths and a con. Dun dun dun. Scenario number 1. Woman robs laundromat with an 18-inch sword.
Okay.
Scenario number 2. Man kills wife and daughter after discovering that child was not his. Scenario number 3. Man uses registry to fine and beat up sex offenders. Two of those scenarios actually happened and one I made up. No, Anique, which one is the con?
First one.
The first one. The woman who robbed the laundromat with the 18-inch sword. Okay, Millie, what's your guess?
See, I want to go with that one too because of the sword, and then I'm just thinking like that might come from the mindset of somebody that likes anime. So
Word. All right, that's y'all's guess.
Mm-hmm.
What you taking? I mean, even though you know better.
Oh man! So if I had to guess, I probably would have guessed either, robbing a laundromat with an 18-inch sword. Right. The crazy thing about that is that that's true, and it happened in Cary, North Carolina.
Why?
Stop.
Happened in Cary, North Carolina. A young woman did rob a Cary laundromat with an 18-inch sword. She did approach them after hours with the blade on her, had the flickety shine on her, and was like, yo, give me all that money in a brown paper bag. Unfortunately for her, there was cameras, there was witnesses, and she was ID'd rather quickly. And it's sad too because her mom has like a business in Cary, and I can only imagine how people are attacking and flooding that business, once the news. And even more saddening, how do you think a person, when I told you that there was a woman who robbed a laundromat with a sword, how do you think she looked? Let me ask you this. Did you picture an Asian person? You're racist if you pictured an Asian person, but it's an Asian person.
I kind of picture somebody that really was trying to get the money to pay for the link to get those Noah Nick nudes.
Oh my God.
Nudes?
Damn.
Niggas is desperate for the Noah
There's
Nick
no other
nudes.
reason for you to run up in the spot with a sword. They're guns.
Niggas are desperate for those Noah Nick nudes, right? Yo. So also, the situation that did occur is the man using the registry, the online registry, to find and beat up.
I definitely could believe that one.
Sexual
For sure.
He worked for Marvel.
Nah, he was a freelancer. He's got his own universe.
Oh, DC, I'm trying to pick him up, yo.
Shit, man. Somebody need to pick his ass up. I might do a movie off of his ass or something, man. But not all heroes wear capes. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's taking their time out their day to research where a known offender's living and like, yo, you know what?
But what else is he doing to them? Like, because I imagine, like, yo, just me beating you up is not enough. You're a sex offender. You probably molested some little kid, whatever the case may be. Like,
whatever he's doing, I want him to keep doing it. But, maybe he should invest in some, a mask.
Or a badge.
Nah, he doesn't need a badge.
The cops is beating up people all the time and getting off with it.
Yeah, but they're beating up black people. This guy's trying to do the right thing. He's beating up bad people. So he's trying to do the right thing. So the fake one was actually the man who killed the wife and daughter after realizing that the child wasn't his. I actually saw that in a plot from Black Mirror. That was, loosely based on a plot of an episode of Black Mirror.
I felt him though.
You felt him? Yeah, right, yeah. Like,
so plausible. Like,
what's crazy is that in the episode, there was like this real life social aspect. So his wife or girlfriend had blocked him. And when you're blocked, all you see is this like blob. You can't even see them. You can't talk to each other. So he knew she was pregnant. He knew she had a kid. But when you're blocked, also their family member, you block from seeing their offspring too. So this whole time for like 5 years or whatever, he's bringing the kid gifts. He's going up there spying on the kid and just like, I got this kid. And then she died and the block was lifted. And he's seen that wasn't his kid. Man, it made it so fucked up. It was like his homie's kid.
damn.
Like somebody he knew.
Damn, I would have popped him too.
I think he did pop him. I think I fell asleep before he popped him. So, shoot, other than that, that's about all I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just ready to get back, where we belong. There's a lot of people
Big facts. Jesus Christ.
Right. A lot of people don't want to see us do what we do. but we're gonna keep doing it, right? So we're gonna be back where we belong, coming at you live and direct with a special guest next week to celebrate the occasion, right? So, why don't y'all tell people where they can stalk your life on the internet, and then we can get out of here.
I'm still boycotting the internet right now.
I bet.
Social media.
Okay.
If y'all don't already know, Snapchat, Zay_Billion, ZE_BYLLION, and of course Instagram, Noanik, NOINEK.
All right, and if you're rocking with this episode of The Verdict, you can like, rate, review, subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, Spotify, Podcoin, iHeart, wherever you like to enjoy your podcast, right? Also, you can stalk my life on the internet on Instagram and Twitter at House of Splash. You can also go to my website, thehouseofsplash.com, see all my shows. You can see my upcoming events, i.e. A Sight to See Take 2, and you also might see some other shit that you like. So other than that, we out of here.